Yo, what's good, Sosa?
I've got some good news for you, my man.
Had a feeling you might. Let's hear it.
Well, it's actually good news for both of us. Because as of today, I'm the agent of Nike's newest athlete.
And that's me.
Good guess.
Oh, man. I'm repping the swoosh, baby. That's what's up.
Yes, you are. What you've been doing on the field made it easy to get a deal done.
Man, I've been waiting for this day to come.
I know you have, man. Keep an eye out for something from Nike. I'm sure they'll be sending you some love.
I'll be looking out for it. Thanks, Sosa.
Of course.
Down. Deep rip. Ready, set. Hit it. Here we go. Set. Fire. Set. Ready, ready. Here we go, here we go. Let's go. On the ready. 2. Ready, ready. Deep rip. Ready, break. Hit it. Here we go. Fire. Set, ready. Ready, ready. Let's get this on rush. He's gonna make a play.
It's Madden NFL 23, and all eyes are on the Jaguars' speedy running back. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns. It's the Jaguars and the Chiefs, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season.
The Jaguars offense ready to see if they can keep building on this long winning streak. And the one we'll be watching is this man at running back. As his strong season continues, last week's performance putting him over 1,000 yards now for the year.
And what do you think he's saying?
Feed me.
Exactly.
Gotta eat.
I want more yardage, because he's definitely not going to be satisfied with what he's accomplished thus far.
They go play action with Lawrence. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with Khan. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have answered that early field goal to take a first. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
They stay on the ground with Khan. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, wide open, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 30 yards there.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Malcolm. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lawrence. That's complete to his tight end, Farrell. And the tackle going to be made at the 48.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
How about this deep?
The midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football. Well, we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. He's got a man, complete! And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Jaguars at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might... And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 16th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week.
Here we go, set.
They go play action now. Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. Finding room at midfield. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 75 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a... The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On the draw, here's Cobb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. Nico Collins, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we stay in the Empire State. We head up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And as you see, they are currently all tied with the visiting Denver Broncos. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They keep it on the ground. Cobb again. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 92 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power. when you find a way to pick up first downs.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Lawrence will throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was going down.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance. On play action, Lawrence. And this is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 109 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now at 1,200 yards for the season. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lawrence. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. There's Cobb. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Jags are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and that'll bring up second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Caught by Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And to throw again is Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the draw play. This is Cobb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Throwing now, Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw, Lawrence. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now a carry for Cobb. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
On 3rd down, Cobb. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for the Chiefs, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.